Hello everybody! So today, welcome to another one of our Facebook/Instagram lives.
That's helpful.
That also gets put on YouTube, and yeah, Facebook is having a funny 5 minutes as usual.
Let me just check we're not sideways on Facebook.
Okay, Chris, you go and check. I will start. So today we are going to be talking about membership ideas that work well. So you may be thinking about creating a membership in your business. You may have a membership that's not working as well as you would like it to. And so hopefully these ideas will help you. We are the right way around.
We are the right way up. And in case you didn't know, I'm Chris.
And I am Jude.
That's Jude.
Yes, that's
and we're
a very
really studying
good
websites.
So let's get started and talk about. Hello, Chantal. So let's get started and talk about membership ideas that we see that are working well at the moment. So we support an awful lot of people in creating their membership sites, and so we are seeing lots of different types of memberships that are out there. Some are going quite well, some aren't going as well as the membership owners hoped, some are just doing amazingly and people are getting such fantastic responses from their members, and so we thought we would help you by giving you a little bit of insight into this. So the first sort of type of membership or approach to a membership that is working really well for people at the moment is giving a really personal touch. And I think that's quite important, that people don't want to feel like they're just getting stuff thrown at them as a group. They feel like they are getting a personal service, even if it's still quite a light touch personal service. They are feeling like they're getting a personal service and a personal level of support from a membership. So as an example of this, we have someone who's created a membership, and it's a really fantastic membership to help people pick out the clothes that are right for them, to style themselves in a way that makes them feel confident and get themselves out there a little bit more. And she provides a really light little download that makes it feel really personal to her members, but actually isn't too much of work for her to create.
Yeah, so basically it's a kind of like a personal sort of stylised pick, basically. So you kind of got that level of personalisation. There's not like a massive onus on the membership site owner to do like a separate thing for every individual, but they can group individuals together in body type and colour palette and those kind of things. And from an individual member's perspective, it's brilliant because they get an individual recommendation, but actually that still works at a group level, but it's just a much more personal service. And we find that a lot in just a lot of service-based business now. A lot of things are switching over to that. I want to have a personal connection with someone. We don't want to have that kind of faceless corporation anymore. We don't want to feel like we're being made money out of. We actually feel like we're getting value from a membership, and the personal level perspective is a really good way to approach it.
Yeah, absolutely. And then another thing that is really working well in memberships at the moment is that people are actually being helped to implement something. So lots of memberships are out there around teaching people what they are supposed to be doing. But then at the end of a course or at the end of doing a masterclass, they don't really feel like they know how to go about doing that. So memberships that are actually focused on getting people taking action, moving to the next step, implementing what they have learnt, are really, really good at the moment. Those ones are really thriving. And so these are memberships that perhaps are doing monthly calls to set goals and keep people accountable, or perhaps they're memberships that are co-working so that people are actually there and doing at the time. Perhaps these are memberships that do have courses but then afterwards have an implementation call afterwards, so that people are like, okay, I now get how to put that into context in my life or my business, and I can go away and do. So those memberships that are actually helping people implement are also doing really, really well at the moment.
Yeah, so like you said, that can be done in any kind of way. Either you can give someone a process, like a roadmap, or sort of like a what do we call it now? A success pathway, which is a really good way of people ticking things off and actually knowing they're making progress. And one thing that's really powerful and that we've started using in our mentoring membership is that co-working element, because it actually gives people a dedicated hour a month, or whatever you're doing for your membership. But for us, it's a dedicated hour a month for them to sit down and concentrate on their website, so they're actually making progress. Because there was a big trend. There still is a big trend in membership sites, and it's just like a bank of tutorials, which is great, and that worked really well 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago. But now people are wanting to actually get value and actually make forward progress with memberships, and that's where we're really seeing numbers increasing in memberships, where people are actually providing that kind of progress service.
And another type of membership we're seeing working very well, and this is kind of a clever one from a sales point of view as well, is when you bring people on board in a cohort, and they actually work as a cohort and go through a course together or go through a process together, and you get them to sign up for whatever it is you're offering in this cohort. So perhaps it's a 3-month program or a 6-month program or even a year's program. But the reason that's quite clever from a sales point of view is that if you're getting someone onto a cohort and you're saying, come and join my 3, 6, 12-month program, they feel like, oh, okay, I'm only going to be spending this monthly amount of money for that set period of time. And so they feel really happy to jump in and join and do that. But then, because you have been so absolutely amazing and they have got so much out of that program, at the end they don't want to leave you. They want to continue to get your support, to be part of that community. And so then they go, oh, actually, yeah, I'll move on to your annual membership or your just ongoing membership afterwards to keep getting that support and guidance. And then that carries on really well. And we've got one member who's created her membership site with us in particular, who I can think, who's used that cohort-based model so perfectly, and her members have loved it and they're staying and they're not going anywhere. So that is a really, really good way of especially launching the first time, of getting people in, getting them loving what you do, and then they do not want to leave.
Yeah, that one's sort of called like a back-end membership sometimes, or people refer to it as a back-end membership. So effectively what the member Jude's talking about in particular, what she's done is she's actually provided a membership for that amount of time, but some people would call it a program, some people would call it a course, some people might call it a mastermind, but then on the back end of it is a more kind of longer term, continue working with us kind of membership. And like you said, that works really well because you get people know when they sign up they're fixed to that kind of timeline, but then it's up to them if they want to carry on working with you, and within that timeline obviously you can prove how brilliant you are and how invaluable you are, and people will want to stay with you after that.
Yeah. And like Chris touched on, what is not working we're seeing, like, it's definitely a trend moving away from those memberships that just try and throw all the content at their members. So people that, are going, there's going to be a masterclass every month, plus I'm going to release a short course every month, and I'm going to be giving you 1,000 templates that you can choose from to create this, that and the other, and I'm going to give you my cookie cutter approach to this that you can implement in your own business. And it gets so overwhelming that people don't know where to start, but also because they feel like they're paying money, they feel like they should be using everything that is on offer, and they can't possibly fit all of that into their month or their week or whatever. And so they end up leaving because they feel like they're not getting value for money because they're not using everything that is there. And so, yeah, we do see memberships are going away from all that masses and masses of content. So if you are planning your membership from the start, or if you've got a membership that you're finding that you're getting quite a lot of drop off, you're not retaining your members as well as you would like to, think about that. Are you trying to just throw too much at your members to the extent that they don't feel like they can do it all? They're feeling overwhelmed, and they're feeling like because they're not using it all, they're not getting value for money. And think about, is there a way you can restructure your membership or create a new membership that is much more focused on the personal level of support, much more focused on actually helping people to implement things and move forward in their business or their life, whatever it is that you are supporting them with. And we certainly found that ourselves when we first launched our Ready Steady Websites mentoring membership, where we work with people to help them improve their current websites. They don't have to be working with us to create their websites. We help mentor them with whatever website they've got. We started off doing monthly tutorials, plus we had our courses in there, and we had an Ask Us Anything call once a month. the Ask Us Anything calls always went down really well, but we realised not many people were using the tutorials. So we stopped the tutorials and instead we included a website co-working call. And that was much better received and people stayed more once we put that in. And so it is worth thinking about this in whatever you do with your business. If you want to create a membership, are there ways that you can add that personal touch? Still not masses of work for you. We're talking about a couple of hours a month to turn up for a couple of calls rather than just throwing content at people.
Yeah, and if you have already got a current membership and you are seeing a bit of a drop off, one sort of telltale sign that we found in memberships is people all of a sudden start introducing gamification. So all these sort of points things will pop up just to try and get people to stay in and look at the content. You're far better off actually before you implement any kind of gamification is actually to poll or survey or even just get on the phone with some of your members and find out what it is they like about the membership and what it is they don't like about membership, and then work out what the trend is basically. You know, why are people leaving? What do they find best about it? What things can you ramp up in the membership? What things can you ramp down? So, you know, always listening to your community is the key aspect, and that's what we've done with our membership. We listened to people. We started off very small founders launch. We listened to people. We took our time with it. We haven't rushed anything, and then we've got to a point now where we've got the balance just about right in terms of content versus kind of live elements. So obviously it's going to completely depend on what your audience wants to have provided and what you want to provide for them as well. But always start off simple with your membership site. Don't overwhelm people. The best thing to do is start off simple and grow things from there.
Absolutely. If you've got any questions around planning a membership or restructuring a current one, I can see that we have got live viewers on Facebook and Instagram today, which is lovely. So do ask them, or if you've got any tips yourselves, I don't know who's watching. Could be some membership experts watching right now who could add some really great insight into the comments. So please do comment if you've got anything to add or ask. And we can have a chat right now about that. But if not, you know, we will leave you to the rest of your Monday. And also, while we're waiting to see if there are any questions or comments, just wanted to say that we have got another workshop coming up this month called Sales and Landing Pages That Convert. So if you are thinking of launching membership, or you are starting to build your email list on the lead up to launching a membership, because that's an important thing to do too, or perhaps, you know, you are going to do a relaunch or something and you really want to get those sales and landing pages really good, so you are getting those sign-ups and those people buying into what you're doing, please do come along to that workshop. We will put the link in the comments on Facebook, and the link is in our bio on Instagram, so you can go and check out that free workshop that we are running in just over 2 weeks time, and we would love to see you there. Ran a workshop last week and it just went so well. It was awesome. We loved it. So we're doing another one.
And also, if you follow us on social media or you're on our email list, you probably already know this, but we've actually sort of rebooted our mentoring membership. So we have a website mentoring membership, and the idea is that it will help you progress your website. You know, if you don't have one, it'll help you get yourself set up with one and get working with one. If you've got one already and it needs some work, we'll help you with that. And we relaunched the mentoring membership with a choose what you pay options. So you can join our membership from as little as £9 a month, and you can pay £19 or £29. Completely up to you what you pay. You still get exactly the same thing on the membership, but we obviously know that things are a bit wild in the world at the moment, so we want to make sure that our mentoring is affordable for everyone. And you can also switch plans as well if you want to during the whole thing. So yeah, so if you want to check that out, we'll pop a link for that on the video as well, just so you've got it. But yeah, I don't think we've got any questions today.
Doesn't look like we've got any questions. We obviously just covered it all. So have a fab rest of your Monday. Have a fab week, and we will be back again at 1 p.m. BST next Monday with some more fab website or membership related tips to help you with your online business. So have a good week, everybody. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.